There's this video that I just watched where an African girl, or so-called black girl, was beaten by a group of other girls ordered by their mom. In fact, in this video you can hear the mom giving orders to the teenagers, and a 10-year-old girl I found to be amongst the culprit. No one knows what happened between the two teenagers, but regardless of what happened, this is a teenage African or so-called black girl that was beaten outside the school in the public view of many others, motorists and other students, passerby, who, by the way, did not do anything to stop the fight. It's appalling to see that there were other motorists and passerby doing nothing to stop this fight. This is a habit that one cannot just overlook, especially in that circumstance, knowing fully well this must be racially motivated. This is a racial motivated attack. It's appalling to find that a mother actually encouraged her teenage daughter, inclusive of an underage, like I later found out, a 10-year-old girl, hitting and beating on another child on the ground by kicking the African or so-called black teenager repetitively on her head. I mean, that alone can amount to brain damage. That mother who encouraged her teenage daughter and the other young children is a thug. Let's call it what it is. A true, compassionate, caring, nurturing mother should not encourage that. That mother is a thug and has raised thug children to go around racially attacking others. Some people were referring to the thug mother as being a gypsy, separating her from being a Caucasian. I mean, how is that even part of the talk? Because if the table were turned round and this happened, this group of teenagers and underage child happened to be dark skinned like I am, or so-called black group of girls attacking another teenager who happened to be fair-skinned or so-called white teenager, we all know what the reaction will be. Immediately, those children, inclusive of their thug mother, all be labeled as black. No one is going to say if they are from Nigeria, or they are from Africa, or they are from Jamaica, or they are from any other part of the world. That will not be mentioned in the media. It will only be referred to as so-called black children and their mother. So on this case, why is the thug mother being referred to as gypsy and not so-called white? Because that's what the race obviously is. You see, when issues like this happen, and rather than humanity addressing the root cause of such problem, when it comes to a specific race, as in white race, then there's a separation of this particular white person not being part of the larger group of the white, but a gypsy. These are the privileges given to such sadistic and evil, such despicable behavior, because it takes a heartless mother to do what that woman did and not be called out for what it is, but quickly be separated as a separate case. And sometimes, in these cases, mental health is attached to it, rather than being addressed as unacceptable, as an act that has become a common behavioral pattern. Therefore, such behavior continues to happen regularly, except fully addressed for what it is. My message to people is that today is the turn of the dark-skinned African girl to be beaten up by the so-called white thugs. Tomorrow, the same behavior that has become a culture and a behavioral pattern of such teenagers and children, the same group of people are going to grow up and one day perform the same unacceptable behavioral pattern on a so-called white person. They've done it to a dark-skinned so-called black person today. Unperturbed passerbys stood by, did nothing, because they cannot be bothered of the life of the dark-skinned person. You have created a culture, an unacceptable culture that has become a part of a behavior and system of a certain group of people. And that behavior is going to come round one day and be done to others who might at that time not be dark-skinned. When we see evil happening, regardless of the race of that person, be it so-called white or black, brown skin, regardless of the origin of that person, that's a human being. I mean, when you see the picture of this teenager, a whole chunk of her hair has been pulled out completely. Where is our humanity? Why should we treat one unjustly in an unperturbed manner? Throw our humanity into the bin, careless for the life of the other person on the basis of skin color? On the basis of skin color. Why should that matter? For you to be able to stand up against injustice. Injustice is injustice. Wrong is wrong. Evil is evil. Thuggery is thuggery, regardless of who is performing it. We need to look within us spiritually and ask ourselves as human beings about our moral ethical value, our principles in life as it regards to the lens at which we see the other as a human. My heart goes to the African or so-called black teenage girl. I am glad she didn't end up dead, and I hope that she recovers from all the injury and above all be able to get the justice that she deserves. With this, I say thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope to see you next time. Take care now. Bye.